Shout out to the Panthers. I'm doing my second video on them in a week. This is the most chaotic team in the NFL. They're currently 7-6. They have beat the Dallas Cowboys, the Green Bay Packers, and now the Los Angeles Rams. However, this is the same team that loses to the Saints, barely beats the Jets, and loses to the Arizona Cardinals in week 1. I have no clue what to make of this team. Bryce Young, right when I'm about to put him away in the quarterback discussion of being a starter, he comes out of nowhere and has another solid game. A couple touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. That touchdown pass to Jalen Coker was one of the craziest touchdown passes I've seen from him. That was a very impressive ball he threw. I mean, he perfectly timed it. I mean, if he was a little off on that throw, that was not going to be a touchdown. He had a nice long ball to Terrell McMillan on a fourth down as well. They scored 2 touchdowns, I think, on fourth down today. They just were really good in fourth down. And, of course, at the very end of the game, Jalen Coker gets the game-sealing ball on another fourth down. So the Panthers today on fourth down were just really good, and the Rams could not stop them on fourth down. It really was the passing attack today. The strong point of this Rams team, or at least when the Rams are at their best, is when they're running the ball very well. But Dowdle kind of struggled at times today, and it was more of a Chuba Hubbard game, but even his numbers weren't the most impressive. The Los Angeles Rams really just did a good job stopping their run game, but struggled against their pass attack. And to talk about the Rams, shout out to Matthew Stafford. He has the NFL record now for most touchdown passes thrown in a row without throwing an interception. As soon as he gets that record, he throws 2 interceptions in his next 3 drives, one of them being a pick 6, and he also gets the game-losing fumble at the very end of the game, which the Panthers went on to stall the clock out and win the game. It was really those 3 turnovers by the Panthers defense, which they also had another great turnover game this week. Last week against the 49ers, they had 3 interceptions in the first half. This week, again, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble. This defense has done a really good job at turning the ball over and getting short yard field advantages for their offense. And, hey, they took advantage of their turnovers this week. Last week, they did not. That was one of the main reasons why they lost to the 49ers. This week, took advantage of it. It's a good win for Carolina. They're 7-6. They have a very good shot at winning the AFC South. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 7-5. They play the Buccaneers twice to end the season. They also play the Saints, and they also play the Seahawks. Now, I think they should beat the Saints, but I thought that last time they played and they lost. I think the Seahawks will be a loss, but those 2 games against the Buccaneers, that is arguably going to be for the division. I think whoever could win 1 or 2 of those games, I think, is going to win the division. The Buccaneers had an okay game today. Baker Mayfield obviously looks hurt, but they had Bucky Irving back today, and he looked pretty good. So we'll see how the Buccaneers can look. If they can get healthier and if Baker Mayfield's shoulder injury won't derail their season, I think the Buccaneers are probably the more likely team to win the division. But with this Panthers team, I don't even know anymore. I thought Bryce Young, this was probably his last year as a starter. It looked earlier in the year like this team was dead in the water. Dave Canales, great head coach. I don't know if Bryce Young is the guy at quarterback still. I mean, he has games where he looks very solid, but then he has games where you wonder how he was drafted first overall. But I can say at least this is a team that is putting themselves in the situation now. They can be in the playoffs. And that goes a long way, and give a lot of credit to Dave Canales for his incredible coaching job and just this team's development. You know, they've done a good job drafting the past 2 years with this new regime, and they've been patient, and they deserve a lot of credit. I mean, Terrell McMillan is a guy that can potentially win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's been that good this year for them. And Jalen Coker and Xavier Legette have had good moments too. And this is a team that can run the ball very well. And if they can make the passing game a secondary option, they play with a lead. This is a team that can be pretty decent. As for the Rams, I'm sure the Rams will come back after this week. You know, this happens sometimes in the NFL. It's any given Sunday. If they cut the turnovers into next week, I think the Rams will be fine. They have to play the Seahawks one more time, and that might be for the division as well. It's going to be very interesting these next couple of weeks, looking at the NFC West and the NFC South, especially with the division on the line for a lot of these teams, and so much is at play. It's been a fun season. It's been a fun week. Good week of football. This Sunday slate was a lot better than I expected, and the Sunday night game was phenomenal as well. And shout out to Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers, and I'm excited for the rest of the football season. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace.